Here's what is publicly known, as of now, about the cause of death of Ingrid van Bergen. According to media reports, she died peacefully at age 94 inches her home in Eyendorf, Germany. Her close friends said she slept in peace, basically. She fell asleep and did not wake up. In recent weeks, Ingrid had reportedly become blind, lost mobility, and was dependent on care. However, no specific medical cause of death, for example, illness, organ failure, accident, has been publicly disclosed so far. Several sources explicitly say the cause of death is unknown. So in short, she appears to have died of old age divided by natural causes after a period of declining health, but there is no confirmed cause of death published. Today, we explore the extraordinary life of Ingrid van Bergen, one of Germany's most recognizable actresses, a woman whose life was as dramatic as the films she starred in. Her story includes wartime trauma, the glamorous heights of 1,952nd cinema, a shocking crime that changed everything, years of redemption, a surprising comeback in her 70s, and a peaceful ending at the age of 94. This is the full biography, lifestyle profile, and net worth overview of Ingrid van Bergen. Ingrid van Bergen was born on June 15th, 1931, in the free city of Danzig, a region that would soon become one of the first flashpoints of World War II. As a child, Ingrid experienced displacement, fear, and the loss of stability. Like many families from East Prussia and surrounding regions, the Van Bergens were forced to flee westward as the war drew to a close. These early experiences shaped Ingrid's fierce, unapologetic persona, the toughness that audiences would come to see in her performances. After the war, Ingrid settled in Germany, finishing her schooling and throwing herself into the world of theater. She enrolled at the State School of Music and Theater in Hamburg, one of the most prestigious acting academies in the country. In 1953, she co-founded a satirical cabaret troupe, and her energy on stage quickly caught attention. Her breakthrough came when director Helmut Keutner discovered her in 1954, launching her into the world of film overnight. During the late 1950s and early 1960s, Ingrid van Bergen became a household name. Audiences adored her smoky voice, emotional depth, and bold on-screen presence. She played seductive femme fatales, strong barmaids, nightclub singers' characters filled with charisma, strength, and danger. Some of her notable early films included Roses for the Prosecutor, and many more roles in dramas, thrillers, and comedies. By the mid-60s, she had a reputation as one of the most versatile actresses of her generation. But behind the glamour, Ingrid van Bergen was known for her intense emotionality, her independence, and her stormy love life. Friends described her as loyal, passionate, but prone to jealousy traits that would one day lead to a tragic turning point. During this period, she also became a mother, balancing her career with family life. On a winter night in February 1977, Ingrid van Bergen's life changed forever. In a moment of emotional turmoil and jealousy, she fatally shot her partner. The case shocked Germany. A major actress at the center of a scandal unlike anything the entertainment world had seen. Ingrid was sentenced to 7 years in prison. She ultimately served around 4 to 5 years. In prison, Ingrid confronted her past, her fears, and her own impulses. She later said those years were her harshest teacher and, strangely, also her path to rebuilding herself. After her release, Ingrid cautiously returned to acting. Many expected her career to fade, but instead, she slowly reclaimed her place in the industry. Through theater roles, television appearances, and voice acting, she reinvented herself not as a scandal figure, but as a survivor. During the 1,980 seconds and 1,990 seconds, she experienced a creative revival. In 2009, at the age of 77, Ingrid did something nobody expected. She joined the reality show Ich bin ein Star Holt, mich, hier, raus, Germany's equivalent of I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. And she didn't just join, she won. Millions of viewers saw an elderly but spirited Ingrid van Bergen confronting her fears, standing tall in the jungle and charming the public all over again. Ingrid's lifestyle in her final decades was quieter than her earlier fiery years. She lived in the countryside in Lower Saxony, near the village of Eyendorf. There she enjoyed nature, reading, and the peaceful routines she had never known during her stormy youth and early fame. She remained active in film and television into her 80 seconds, proving resilience is one of the greatest forms of talent. So what was Ingrid van Bergen's estimated net worth? Public sources estimate her net worth between €1 million and €2 million at the time of her passing. Her income sources included film and TV roles, theater productions, reality TV winnings and appearances, book royalties, occasional voice acting work, long-term royalties from classic German cinema. While she was never among the richest European actresses, Ingrid lived comfortably and independently, valuing artistic freedom over financial extravagance. In her final year, Ingrid's health declined. By 2025, she had reportedly lost her eyesight and required daily care. Yet those close to her said she remained strong-willed and sharp in conversation. On November 28, 2025, Ingrid van Bergen passed away peacefully in her home. She was 94 years old. Friends said she fell asleep and never woke up. No specific medical cause of death was publicly released. Ingrid van Bergen leaves behind a legacy of unforgettable performances, a turbulent but deeply human life story, and a reminder that people can fall, repent, rise, and reinvent themselves. Her life was a movie in itself, one filled with passion, mistakes, heartbreak, strength, and ultimately, peace. Thank you for watching this documentary about Ingrid van Bergen. Subscribe for more biographies and documentary-style videos.